A Hassle of Hair episode 113. And today we have, you listened, I'm doing the, never mind. Well, today we have a new member of the podcast. His name is Rigo. He is the live band. He doesn't know how to play the guitar, but he is our live band.
Genius. That was absolutely genius. This is the next level kind of live performance that we're looking for.
And then, so you want to introduce yourself, Rigo?
Yeah, I'm Rigo. Rigo Bertimo. What did he say? I just thought it was like the introduction.
He's like, I've never introduced myself in my life.
I'm just like, hi.
Yes, this is Rigo, guys. And thank you for introducing yourself, Rigo.
Rigo.
Yeah, the Rigo. The Rigo. You're looking at your Strike Fitness Mixed Martial Artist Award winner over the past weekend. And with us today, we actually have another award winner. We have Diego, the long legs, Mr. Strike Ring Bro, Diego Velasquez.
You know, I don't think there's a single person you could tell that you know that is mastered long legs and short shorts in one award.
It's
Look at this.
It's pretty amazing.
Can we compare our awards real quick? We got Coach of the Year, Jesse McDonald Diaz. But that's Jesse with an I, so it's the other Jesse that you haven't met yet.
So, like, Coach Amber, and I'll call her out on it. She spelled my name wrong. She spelled it with an I instead of with the E.
So, better luck next year.
But it is glass. So, I'm going to talk to my live musical performance. So, don't pluck the strings until we something big.
Like, you will know.
Yeah, I'll go like this.
Feel the moment, and you will. You just know, man.
I'll go like this.
Yeah.
You just do something. So we'll test it out right now.
That was sick.
That was dope.
Sick.
That was dope. So the reason why we have Diego on today is because he just recently went to South Africa, right when they said we're banning anybody from going to South Africa, and saying that no one's leaving South Africa. All of a sudden, he's here. So I don't know how he got here and what happened.
Well, let me correct this. I went before any of this happened, and then literally the last couple of days we're over there, we're just sitting around, and we're like looking at our phones. We're like, oh, shit. Looks like some place in Europe starting to ban, traveling to, like, from Africa to and from. At first, I think it was like England and then Germany. And then like the next day, it was like, oh, the United States finally announced it. So like, this is sick. I guess we'll be here for another month or so. Like just extended vacation time. So it was a big deal.
You guys weren't scared at all?
No, not at all. It was like literally like the news was like super like they had like a terrifying sound effects and all that. And reality is like, oh, well, it's really not that bad because it's not even like an outbreak over here. It was a variant that was discovered.
Yeah.
Right. It was already a thing, but they just, a brilliant scientist from like Africa, announced like, hey, this is what we found.
Yeah.
Next, everyone's going to pounce on them now. So it's like, it is kind of unfair to be honest. But
this is ring bro science.
This is ring bro. This is dude bro science,
yeah,
right?
Dude bro science. No, but like what was the reason for going over there? Like this was your first trip outside the United States other than Mexico. You're going during a pandemic. Yeah, when things are different. Like the first thing you said when you came back is like, I love America.
That is true. That is very true. I have an American flag at the back of my truck right now. And every time I drive, I just hear the beautiful sounds of flag waving. Brings a tear to my eye. Yeah. I start doing the Pledge of Allegiance every morning as soon as I jump out of bed. It's amazing.
No, but why was that?
You just realize when, you go somewhere that's just so different. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's such a different lifestyle, and like you're pretty much more restricted over there, right? Like they have a pretty strict curfew, I would say, because like when you're out past midnight, if you're even caught anywhere in the streets, they'll just no question just arrest you and just throw you in jail, right? Yeah. So their curfew's like from 12 to, I don't know, probably around like think 4 or like 6 or something. So you can't even leave your house at that point, right? So it's like, I'm not saying that it's like, oh, I want to be out by like 1 in the morning, but like last night when we're out, can you imagine like, oh shit, we got to pack it in early. We're having a good time, but curfew's coming in, so we better go home ASAP. So, and that's the thing, like they have to think about that when they're over there. Like yeah, like, oh, this party's nice and all that, but we should start thinking about going home because it's 30 minutes to 12, so we can't be out past curfew. Otherwise, you're gonna have to just crash wherever you're at for the night.
So did you party at the bars or did you party at the Airbnb you're at?
Mixture of both. So like, you know, first couple nights we were mostly in our Airbnb, and then the other nights there's like this place, so it's like a market. It's like a little marketplace, right? So there's like all these food stands, just different types of food you could buy, like fish here, like Asian cuisine here, you know, chips over here, whatever. And then at the back there was a bar. So it was like a bar, but like a very social environment with like food everywhere. And you just go up and like, it's amazing.
Sorry, dude. I'm listening to you right now, and I just realized we got Rico over there with the guitar, and he doesn't play guitar at all.
Can you pay attention?
Sorry.
Your ADHD is kicking in again, Jesse.
Damn.
Yeah, he's on it. He's on it. That was a test, and he passed.
No, but like, so you went over there, and like, you guys just went hiking for the whole entire time because of the way you see them. Then you went on a safari. You saw monkeys jacking off. You saw monkeys.
That was sick, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I really felt connected with the monkeys.
Yeah. And what else did you guys do over there?
So, I mean, I don't know what your vision is. Like, what do you think about when you
So
see,
when okay, what do I think about, like, okay, the way
because this is what I got asked too. Like, what did you guys think about Africa? What was your vision before you came in?
Yeah.
And I was like, I have no idea. But to be honest, I was not expecting what I saw. Right. So, what do you think? What's your vision? And when I said I'm going to Africa, like, what do you think I'm going to go see?
So I thought that you were going on safari, like you're gonna be right by the beach, like all the bars were like huts. Like I don't know.
There's like people at the door. The security has like a bone through his nose.
I didn't mean to like that.
Penguins of Madagascar.
I know that's what you're thinking.
No, I was thinking like everything was chill, like vacation vibes.
Right. That's what it is. Yeah.
You going to Africa made me realize like I haven't left Los Banos or California ever. Like I went to Nevada, bro. I got my head caved in Iowa. Like I don't know. Like I need to get out more.
No, yeah, dude. Like I mean, again, this is the first time I've crossed the ocean, so like it was a whole new world. Like I mean, I feel like that adventure started as soon as we jumped on the plane, right? Because like everyone on the plane, all the flight attendants were already German. So you're like, when they start like you know asking you what you want, the lady leans over and she goes, each one. I'm like, orange juice. Right? I don't know what. I'm assuming it was drinks because they came in the cards. Like I just assume I'm like, what the fuck did they just say to me? And it was pretty funny too because like when we're flying, we flew out from San Francisco, and it was from San Francisco to Frankfurt. So about a couple hours in, it was about an 11-hour flight, right? So about 3 hours in, they start bringing out food and drinks, right? Me and my friends like, oh, sweet. Could go for a Coke Zero right now, right? We get a Coke Zero, open it. First couple sips, like, nice. But then it's like, boof, like, oh, turbulence sitting in, right? And I'm sure you've experienced quite a bit of turbulence, when you've flown. So, like, it's whatever. It's normal, right? But, like, it felt like it was like a bounce. And then a second one. I'm like, all right, cool. And then next, on the third one, just like we're just fucking like flying. You're like, we're trying so hard. We're like holding each other back. We're holding our Cokes in our hand. Like, please don't spill the. I wore my good pants, please. Yeah. So it's like I kid you not. I thought it was like we're done for at that moment. Like, dude, hold on. Terrible.
How long was the flight?
11 and something hours.
And you wore your good pants?
Oh my god. You gotta be good. You gotta look good as soon as wherever you go. Dude, like, all my pants are good. Let's be honest. So when I say these are my good pants, it's any pair of pants.
No, but so the turbulence happened. Did they say anything, or they just?
Yeah, no. So that's the thing that got me like, dude, this is it. I'm not like everyone's. This is it for me and my friend, dude. We're done for here. Yeah. Because like. We're in there.
Turbulence. Okay,
no, but this was
relax.
I've
it's
had
turbulence.
No, but this was like beyond turbulence, bro. I kid you not. It literally, the pilot gets on the intercom, right? Yeah. And he goes like, he says something in German, and then he says it in English every time. So he gets on the mic, goes, it's wrong. unter der seat, right?
That is the worst
And it's
German.
like, I don't know. I'm not German, okay?
Yeah.
Whatever. It sounds like they're kind of like got like something in their throats, right? It's like,
Yeah.
So then, next thing I know, all these flight attendants abandon their food carts and rush to their seats and just sit down. I'm like, well, that's not a good sign. And he says, flight attendants, please sit down immediately. We're experiencing some extremely rough turbulence, right? So it wasn't just me thinking like, oh, this is really bad, right? And I kid you not, like it was shaking everywhere for like a good it was probably only like 40 seconds, but it felt like, a couple minutes, right? I'm like, we're about emergency line any minute now, bro. And I'm like, I think we're over the ocean, so there's no way we're going to land. And it finally calms down. And this was like a kind of a joke between my friend, because like, whenever they speak, they kind of sound like they're just so like anxious, but it's like it's just how they sound, right? So the pilot gets on the mic. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, we experienced some very strong turbulence in the moment. For the next 40 minutes, we're in a strong high current."
He's like stressed.
Yeah, it sounds like he's so stressed out. Like I'm like, this guy looks like he's like rubbing his forehead in the in the cockpit. Always like, fuck. He's like, well, how am I gonna break it to them? But like, it's just how he's naturally talks. Like, he's like, I understand that there's a lot of wind. He's like, this is very normal, but I don't know why it's so strong. It's bullshit.
No, he didn't.
He didn't say that. But we're kind of like added on to that, like, because he sounds so stressed. Like it sounded like he was annoyed that there was turbulence. So it was pretty funny. It's just how they talk. So then right off the bat, it's like, okay, so this is.
Hold on. Let's go back real quick.
Okay.
So you're in the plane, right?
Yes,
sir. You're going to Africa. You're already having a good time, and you're wearing your good pants. But then you think you're gonna die.
Yeah,
So
all right.
what are you thinking in that moment? Like, who are you gonna call? Like Ghostbusters? But who are you gonna call? And what are you gonna like? What are you thinking? Are you thinking?
So
about
I
your
was
life?
I was thinking like, okay, we're most likely gonna like if we do start like like going down.
Yeah.
What are odds that the plane's just not gonna blow up, right? Because I'm like, where are we? Because we're in the middle. The way the plane was seated was there was 2 seats on like one window side, and then 4 seats in the middle of the plane, and then 2 seats on the other window side. And we're sitting in the middle of where the 4 seats are. But like me and my friend have all 4 seats to ourselves, so we're just sitting right in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, if we do go down, maybe I would prefer it to just let it end quickly, because I'm not trying to like freeze to death in water.
Yeah.
So like I kind of just like I'm like, maybe that's probably the best way to go. But then I'm like thinking like, man, this is really unfortunate, because the night before we didn't miss, but they didn't let us go on the plane on the night before where we were supposed to go, because when you go travel to Africa, you have to get a PCR COVID test.
Yeah.
And it has to be 72 hours before.
Didn't you say like it costs like a bunch of money?
If you do it at the airport.
Oh, okay.
You could do it, because you live in America, dude. It's like you could just go to a pharmacy and your insurance will cover you. It's like, it's nice. Thank God. God bless America. And, so we get it, but then it was a very weird, like, because they were like counting on their fingers at the airport. They're going like this. First, it was like some German chick, and she calls over this Asian dude. He starts counting on his fingers, and they're looking at my paper, and me and my friend like.
They're counting the days?
The hours.
The hour?
Yeah,
72 hours.
It has to be strictly within the 72-hour period. And it's like, and then they call a Mexican chick, and now they're all counting on their fingers. Like, I'm like, well, how much fingers do you need? It's like, this is kind of ridiculous now.
Yeah.
And then.
So why were you thinking about that when you're about to die?
Because I was like, maybe that plane was the plane that we were supposed to hop on, and this was the one that we weren't supposed to be on. Like, that plane probably arrived safely, and we're the plane that's ending up on the news.
Yeah.
Like, damn it, dude. I knew I should have just gone like.
Always going back to fuck COVID.
Like, because, they canceled our flight before. And I was telling my friend that now, like, what if that plane ended up being on the news and we just ended up avoiding it? That would be crazy, right?
Yeah.
So then when this happened, like, bro, we fucked up. We're on the plane that's on the news. Damn it.
Final destination shit?
Yeah. And so that was like, and then you kind of just started thinking, like, man, who's like, how much people are going to, like, think about this, like, if this breaks on the news, right? So, but that was like very quick thoughts, because like again,
like, did you think about anybody? Did you think about what you did?
As much people as I can. I know you're trying to fish it up. No, I didn't think about you. So it's like, I didn't think about you. I will be honest. You didn't pop in my mind at the moment. There's a lot of other people I was thinking. It's like, I know you're trying really hard, so I'll just let you have it right now. No. And then, yeah, so that was pretty cool. And then for the next couple hours, I was like super shaky. Like every time I was I'm like, no, this is it now. This is it. And then finally we landed in Germany, and they didn't even let us leave the airport because my friend, if you're not fully vaccinated, they don't want you outside the airport.
Yeah.
And I got vaccinated, but my friend didn't. Well, he did, but he didn't get it 14 days before traveling.
And again,
they need you to be vaccinated for at least 14 days from the second dosage.
Yeah.
So we're stuck at the airport for about 12 hours in like a
It's
layover.
not bad because there's food places too, right?
Well, no, they were all closed.
Fuck.
So we're just sitting there. We just kept doing laps. I think the only places to buy.
You guys did laps?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
by
I thought
laps,
you were-
just like we would
guys,
get up and walk
okay,
down.
hold on. I work at a gym, and Diego works out there. So
We
every time he
get it,
says
dude.
laps, I think he's running.
We
Like,
get it, bro. You work out, dude.
Man, I
Like
don't
every
work-
time
no,
someone
hold on.
says anything to do with like I had to go run to the store. Oh, you run? Yeah, you know I work at a gym. So when you say you ran to the store, dude, what was your pace?
Yeah, and Strike Fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
dude,
go.
That's
That's a good
that
live
was
band. But no, like, have
high
you,
budget.
Rigo? Have you ever like had a like life or death situation?
Yeah, but I'm just like at that moment, I'm just like, well,
No, like what was it though? Like what happened?
I forgot.
It must have not been traumatic.
And then moving on.
Yeah. There's like something in Mexico. I was like, it was like very. I remember just being very pathetic, and my cousins having to carry me back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like crying like a little bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's something over cake. Yeah, that's yeah.
Over
talk.
cake?
Yes.
That was a good
So,
talk.
okay, hold on. You almost died over cake?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, it was in Mexico.
Yeah. That's all you had to say right there. It was in Mexico. I almost fought over cake. But yeah, so going back to Africa, you get there, you weren't able to get in, and what happened?
We got in. So
Alright.
after Germany, like that was pretty long. But then the second flight was nothing really eventful. Just watch movies, whatever. Arrived in Africa, cool. We finally made it. Touchdown.
And so like was it transitioning? So like you gotta I haven't been out of the United States. So and then most of the people I know really haven't been out of the United States. That's kind of like I think
Well, when you mean like aside from like actually going to like Europe and stuff, because like a lot of people, you probably know that they probably go like
South
Mexico
Africa's
or like,
rare. Like
Yeah.
like South Africa, like no one ever comes up to me. Yeah, dude, I go to South Africa all the time. You know,
Right.
like even I hear like people go to Japan or like they spend years in Japan.
right,
Never hear like, dude, I'm gonna go to South Africa.
right. What was it? It's not like I was like, oh, you know where I want to go? South Africa.
Yeah,
But now I would say that, but it's like, but my friends, they go pretty often. Like I would say, if not every year, every other year, just because they have family over there,
yeah,
so they'll visit them. So then they tell us, because we've been pretty close with them for a while now. They're basically like we're kind of like family at this point. So they asked us, you guys want to go with us to Africa this year? I'm like, yeah, that's down. I'm down for that. So it's like something new. So then we had this planned out for like at least like 9 months ahead of time. And then he's just like, yeah, dude, he's like, we're going to do like a safari this time. We're going to go to Kruger National Park. He's like, you guys have no idea how amazing this could be. He's like, this is my childhood dream, man. Like, you have no
to
idea.
see monkeys jacking
like,
off.
Yeah, or like just banging each other doggy style. Dude. Like, you see that one? He just had the other monkey bent over, just going to pound town on that monkey on the side of the road. That's nature, bro.
Yeah, there you go. No, but like, when did you notice the transition?
You mean like the hours? Like
No,
time?
like the transition from like when did you realize you weren't in USA anymore?
I would say on the first plane, because like I said, everyone in there was speaking German,
Yeah.
and then when you arrive in Germany, after like our people kind of like dispersed, and me and my friend are the only ones there. There's like no Americans, so you're like, this is weird. Like, you're so used to like seeing, your fellow people, like just like Americans, Mexican Americans, all these kind of people around your area, and then you're like, huh. Now we're the exotic ones now. Like, we went from being like this most standard people to like every time someone looks like, oh, look, Americans. You don't see that every day.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
It's
Like you were
interesting.
exotic.
Yeah,
Like
so,
you were the
I'm
one that was
special now, dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're in the minority.
and not only that, but then you start speaking Spanish. Oh my god, it's like,
That's crazy. And then you got to think about that. That's like, I don't know. It's probably way easier to pick up chicks. I'm just saying.
yeah, it is. You could
Yeah.
literally like a lot of times, a lot of people just spoke to us just because when they say like someone's like, hey, like come over here, like is like a friend like, hey, look at these people in America. Is like, oh really? And they start talking, and as soon as they stay from you're from California, like, oh my god, are you living in Calabasas? It's like, yeah, you know, Drake's right down the street from me. Kanye West, I just had a good talk with him last night. It's like, you know, so every time they think they have like an image, like you're a Hollywood star. As soon as they're from California, like, you must be famous. You must know, like
Yeah.
all these rich people.
And they don't realize that you live in a
Yeah, and then I'm like,
very,
I
very
like it's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't even want to tell you where I live because like like the name in itself is kind of embarrassing. It's like,
dude. Like think about do you ever think about our city's name?
yeah,
Listen.
constantly.
It's
I
Los
always say
Banos.
to people,
Yeah.
it's a shithole.
It's like, hey, you know, and when you go to Mexico, you don't even tell them that because they kind of just start making fun of you. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, you just came out. Yeah, I get it. Like, you just walked out the restroom, but like, where are you really from?
No, but like, so one thing is like that I probably would admit to my wife, and I think I told you, she's probably gonna hear this for the first time. But I think the only thing I regret, like before getting married,
Hey.
like I've done everything like before. Like there's a whole 2 years before I got married. I told you this.
Yeah,
that I've done everything, right? I've lived out I partied hard. I did all the single stuff. Like I did everything. But I think the one thing I didn't do, and I think I kind of regret, and I would tell her the same thing, is probably overseas meeting a girl.
yeah.
But like that's insane. Like that's probably the only thing I didn't do. Like, and it's probably
And you
different,
know,
right? Because
it's-
you're different. Like you're American.
They just do things differently too, right? So like
Yeah.
the way they just like talk with you, like what they like how they conversate, and then you know their intimate relations are probably different. You
Yeah.
know, they want to do different things. Maybe they get a little freakier. Who knows, right?
It's
It's
just
like-
different cultures and whatnot. For me, it was like similar, just different. It wasn't really that different.
Where'd you go?
No, it was just literally online. It was just like all.
That doesn't count, Rigo.
they don't use periods.
It's fun.
They hardly use punctuation. It's just really strange.
Like I don't know. When you first got back, you were telling me how you feel so small. Like
Yeah, because then you realize when I'm in Cape Town, right? There's a big fucking like city, like all this shit's going on, and you're like, this is happening. This was happening before I got here.
yeah.
So like this is like all this happened, and I start thinking other places like when you go in LA or San Francisco, New York, there's always a big like a ton of shit happening right now at this moment, and you're like, this is. You realize how just small you are because there's so much activity going on in the world at once,
Yeah.
and you don't even realize what's happening. Especially like what we're sitting in your living room right now, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, I don't want to expose your studio, but it's but like in your living room, like you realize right now you could go anywhere and there's just a giant city life happening somewhere where there's thousands of people just walking left and right, music festival, whatever.
But like think about how our parents grew up. They weren't connected. Like my parents weren't connected. Like I'm talking about online.
Right.
So they didn't know about these other places. You know, like I seen your trip. What you wanted people to see, like I seen your trip.
Right.
You know, usually people go to places and like, oh, I did this, and I wasn't able to see. But I seen your trip, right?
Right.
And, like our parents didn't grow up like that. They didn't know how other places were.
Right.
And that now, like, we're connected. We get to see everything, and we want to adventure out. My parents are like, I just want to work my job and go to a nice dinner down the street.
Right.
I don't know. Right? I don't know. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
about. It sort of made sense.
Do you think if if you weren't online and stuff, but your friend was from South Africa, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't that you saw it online.
No, I didn't even look up anything really ahead of time because I just wanted to go in like blind.
Yeah.
Right. Just like don't have any kind of like
Well-
any preconceived views of anything. Like, oh, okay, this is what I was expecting, or like, you know, it's like
What was like an expectation, a big expectation that you had going over there that didn't like that changed your views on Africa? Like you thought it was gonna be like this, and it changed your views.
Well, all my expectations were blown out, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be like how it was. Where it's like, I thought it was gonna be dry and hot, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I didn't think it was gonna be super green, like all these trees everywhere, mountain, like literally right there. Literally, our Airbnb, you just see a giant fucking mountain, amazing, a city, and then you just see like a crystal clear ocean right there, all in one setting right there. You're like, wow, this is like crazy, right? So it's like very scenic everywhere you go. Sometimes there's just baboons walking in the streets, just chilling, right?
Yeah.
So like you kind of have to worry about that, right? You have to close your doors, otherwise you'll have an unexpected guest. But I don't know, it's just crazy because over there, when we get over there, I'll just sit there with my friend. I'm like, dude, do you realize we're like in Africa right now?
Yeah.
That's crazy to me right now. Like we were literally like in less than 3 days, like less than 30 hours ago, we were in like California roughly, and now we're literally across the fucking like world.
And this is the biggest trip you've ever had, right?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks. I mean, I wanted to extend it more, but certain time frames, so.
But you said certain time frames, but you
Don't question me. Just
okay.
move along.
Okay.
Move along. Next question.
Okay. We'll skip that. Yeah. No, but like did you think you were gonna travel when you were younger? Like, did your parents put in your head that you wanted?
They always like the idea of vacationing.
Yeah.
But they're very timid to travel, like explore.
Yeah.
So like that's not. So for me, I didn't get like the desire to travel from them. I just kind of just desire to travel just so I could have stories.
Hold on, let's just hold on. We're not trying to make you out as a traveler.
I'm not a traveler.
You got to go more than
You're the
like
one
2
who's
places.
labeling.
No, like
I did go to 2 places. I went to Germany and then Africa. I'm very cultured, so you know.
No, like, would you ever?
I've flown over 3 countries at once.
Did you flown over the world?
Yes.
I
saw it with my eyes, man, in that window seat.
Did you? Would you ever be able to backpack? Like backpack around?
Fuck no.
Like hostels, and then just be somewhere and not really have like a destination.
I know people could do that. I don't think I personally can. I
Yeah.
get too anxious. I'm like, dude,
You need a plan. Huh?
I need a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're pretty organized.
Yeah. I'm not very impulsive when it comes to that kind of stuff, which was nice because when we were over there, someone always had a plan for us.
Yeah.
Here's what we're doing today. Cool. Let's just go. Even if the plan changes, all right, I'm going with the flow, right? Just go wherever someone told me to go. We'll be there.
Raquel hates me. Like, she has to have a plan for everything. We have to wake up at a certain, like, if we're going on a trip, we have to wake up on a certain time. We have to be out the door at a certain time. And if we don't, it's fucking hell. Like me, I'm like, dude, today's a vacation day. Let's just chill. Like, we leave when we leave. You know what I mean? Like, whatever we do, whatever.
I feel like your hairstyle says it all. I feel like I just look at you like, yeah, I believe that.
God damn it. No, so what was the craziest thing that you did over there?
Oh, man. Really? I don't know. I'm kind of drawing a blank right now. I mean, I could keep going through I was like going through right over there through the motions.
They got scammed.
Got scammed?
Yeah, did you because sometimes that happens. But then
no. I want to say there was and I didn't get scammed at all. Nor did I ever worry about like if I was gonna get robbed or anything. But I did. So this is one that's interesting, right? So like over there, I never thought that I would experience like being like hated on, like racism on me, right? So over there, there's like a pretty good like there's kind of like a social kind of like hierarchy, I guess. I don't know if that'd be the proper word, but so over there, this is also what I was told. So basically, like even from locals as well. So they're saying like there's basically like 3 groups of people over there, right? You got white people, very light skin white. You got colored people, which are
whoa, relax.
Can you bleep that for me? As soon as I say that word, he just plays it. We got. No, but they're basically like brown, right? Just like like islands colored, right?
Yeah.
And then you got like black people, like, you know, very dark people, right?
Yeah.
So the very dark people, like the black people, are very, I guess they have like a pride in themselves, and so they think they're better than everyone else, really. Mm-hmm. And this happened time and time again to us when we were over there. We've had like, we would be sitting in like a restaurant or, you know, waiting for service. Absolutely refuse service to give to us. Like it take forever. I guess at some point we just had to get up and leave. Like, dude, this is not happening. Nothing's gonna happen here. Uber driver. We had an Uber driver. He picked us up, and then I guess he didn't realize that we're all white until we sat down. Refused to speak to us the whole entire ride. No words whatsoever. And like, you know, we're trying to like talk.
Did you try to talk to him?
Yeah, we
like,
tried talking to him. Like,
okay.
hey, like, how's it going, man?
Nothing.
Like, you just
not even
quiet.
a yes.
Maybe just like a nod, just like a little,
yeah.
you know, just kind of like
grunt.
A vocal little grunt, right?
So did anybody tell you that white people were discriminated against?
It's pretty known.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know about it, right? Because
did you prepare yourself? Oh, so you
no,
had no
there's
idea.
no way. It's not. I'm like looking.
Well,
at him,
you
I'm
said
like,
your friend.
He also
I'm
said
okay.
he
Today
also
I will
had
be
to
discriminated
include
on.
exception or
Let me
something.
physically let me get emotionally ready for this. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, no, it's just like, you know, it just happens, and it's not like I was mad or anything, but I was like, oh, that's different, right? That's like, you know, you don't. I wasn't. You know, I don't even know how to react to it because I'm like, well, this is new to me. So I was just more like dumbfounded, like, shit, dude, like, I can't believe that these people just absolutely refuse to socialize with you.
And I think the crazy part is like they don't even know you, and then they just hate you.
They just hate you.
Yeah.
like what I do. Like, is there something that I did? Like, I just
Things of the
exist.
thought.
He's like, well, I'm sorry, I exist. You know, it's like,
But me and you are kind of the same. Where if someone doesn't like us, I mean, I don't know about you.
it kind of bothers me. Like,
Yeah.
why don't you like me? Well, it's like, what's not to like about me? Like, so it's like, because I mean, I don't mind if I know that I did something wrong and they don't like me. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But like, I'm usually like, well, I didn't do nothing wrong. Why do you hate me? Like, what'd I do? Just like, right?
Yeah.
So it's just weird, and it's kind of like in the back of your head.
Nothing personal. It was just you have a label that I just dislike.
It's like,
No, but you went to. They didn't serve you They served you, but then they.
well, you go to restaurants. I'm not saying that they're all like that. So like, there's clearly some black people that over there that were very friendly to us still. But like,
Yeah.
Majority of the time, when they came to that, they just even when they talked, if they do talk to you, they talk to you like they're like giving you a stern talking, like they're talking down to you,
Yeah.
like you're below them. So it's like,
It's so crazy because, like, when we talk about racism now, it's so political.
what is the common thing between me and you and every like podcast episode? It ends up being like a political thing. Like, it's like, like I don't know how this always ends up being a thing. Like,
I don't know. But like, I don't know.
it's like we never talk about it either. And then once the podcast happens, like, hey man, let's continue our racism talk. It's like,
What did I call the last one that we had? I called it something.
stoner, like sober talk for stoner talk for
Sober dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, stoner talk for sober dudes. No, but like you think about it, and it gets all political, but then you kind of lose the sense of like what racism really is. Like because in our heads, for like my daughter's generation or even Rigo's generation, like racism is political.
Right.
Racism is very like, it's in there, like in the younger generation, it's like Democrats, Republicans.
Right.
For
For
me, it's just
some-
memes. No, it's like memes. or
Yeah,
some shit.
memes. Like
Yeah.
it's like online bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But
Right.
then we're separated from real racism, and then when you experience, it's crazy.
You're just like,
Why does like it? Yeah, usually it's not the online stuff. Someone slips up, they say the word bad, like the N word, or they slip up and say something that's not politically correct.
right.
That's not racism. Racism is when someone genuinely just hates you
Yeah.
for the skin, like for your skin color, like when they really
Just
like
your background, just like,
Yeah,
like
like-
there's nothing you could absolutely do about it. And they're just like,
they just hate you.
Yeah.
Like they're like, dude, I'll never forget, like this lady just looked at me and she's like, "You fucking spick." Like I was like, "God damn." I was like, I've never like that was the only time where I felt the hatred from somebody.
It's like, ooh, it hit me right in the gut right there.
Yeah, I think we talked about it before too, but it's just crazy. Like until you actually experience it, you kind of like we've lost vision. We've been separated from racism, I think. And then you going over there to experience that, it's kind of like it was thrown in your face. Like this is what real racism is.
It's real life.
Yeah,
because it's not like.
I thought that was
real life
crazy
there, yeah.
when you told me that. I was like, God damn.
So that was an interesting thing. But other than that, it was like everybody's super nice over there.
I got fucking too deep. Fucking A.
Yeah, dude. Like,
yeah,
bring us back to your earth. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
All right, back it up.
I'm not even high right now.
But overall, it was like super nice people over there. No one's in a rush really over there.
Yeah.
I love how everyone speaks, dude. They speak so like it just sounds like proper. And then I'm like, I asked someone, and then I go, so how do we sound as Americans to you? And then she goes, it sounds like you guys are constantly asking questions. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, at the end of your sentences, there's like an uptick in like your voice.
Yeah.
So like whenever you're talking, like at the end of your sentence, you kind of like your voice kind of goes a little up. And she goes, so it kind of sounds like she's like, when you're talking to me, I'm like, do you know where the restroom at? I'm like, do I? Like, cause like it sounds like, are you at, or like, you know what you're saying? Like, hey, do you want to, like,
or like, let's go to McDonald's?
Yeah. So like, are we? Like, it's everything you say sounds like a question to them, like, well, to her at least,
and
right?
It's our speed, right? It's our speed of
our attention span is getting smaller and shit like that.
We actually speak slower compared to them. They say that you speak very slowly. And
we do?
Yeah, we speak slowly to them.
I think we speak faster.
No, that's what I thought too. But no, to them, we sound slow and like deep voice, right? Like that, right? And then, but when you hear them speak, yeah, they speak a lot faster than us because you're trying to like, they're like talking at like 60 like miles an hour, and we're talking like at 40, right? So like when they're speaking, sometimes I'm like, hold on, back it up. I'm like, what'd you say? Especially when they're like, I had this problem so much, like when they're like when it came to like money, I'm like, all right, you know, buy something, like, all right, that'll be 50. Okay, I'm like, so I pull out like a 50. Like rand, that was their currency. I'm like, no, it's 50. Yeah, it's 50. Here, I'm like 50. Here you go. No, 50. I'm like, bro, stop fucking with me. Like, what are you doing? And he's saying 15, but I'm like, dude, I'm like, no, you're saying 50. Yeah, like, so at this point, dude, just keep the change, crumple up his hand, have a good day, right? Like, just keep the change. I don't care. Just let me go on with my day. And you know, I met so much funny people out there because like, one of our party people that we were with, his name was Rowan. Fucking amazing guy. Super nice, super cool. Chill dude. But when you talk to him, sometimes he would say so much stuff. And, like, it became, like, a little joke between me and our group. Because, like, we were talking about music with him. He's like, oh, you know, I like to listen to, you know, Run DMC, you know, like, super old school hip-hop and all that. And then I'm like, and then we're just talking about music. And he looks at us, his face is like this, and he goes, did you take? Excuse me? Did you take? And then we like what the fuck? Like, what was that? Did you take? And like he's getting frustrated with us because we don't understand what he's saying. But we're like, dude, we genuinely have no clue. There's like nothing. And then we look at it like, and then like you know that conversation ended pretty quickly. So then we tell that to our friend Sam because he knows him. And I'm like, Sam, do you know what he says? Like, yeah. Sometimes he goes like, I have a hard time understanding him. And I had to ask Dane, you know, one of his relatives. Like I'd asked him like, hey Dane, what did Rowan say? And Dane's like, I have no idea but what he said. And he starts laughing his ass off like even he didn't understand. I'm like, dude, why he's so mad at us, dude? Like I'm sorry, we just generally don't understand everything. so like that became like a joke between us. So we'll just be like doing something like, hey, can you pass me this? And then he was like, what did you take? It's like I just you know like a little thing. So it was pretty funny.
Oh my God,
another good one too. That was super funny. This one got me really good.
Yeah.
Dude. Like we were having it was like a party at Airbnb, and it was around 11 at night, give or take. There's a backyard area, right? So there's people out there talking, and there's music playing out there on a little JBL speaker, you know, just vibing out, whatever. Not obnoxious, you know, it was within our, you know, area. Next thing you know, there's a fence line over there, like in the backyard. I see a fucking dude's head just popped right out here, just like only chin is exposed and his face, and you just hear him go, hey you, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, all of you, everyone, shut the fuck up. And then like my friend Matt's like, he goes, hey man, no. He's like, he turns off. He's like, hey, apologize, man. We'll be like, we'll keep it down now. Like, hey, I'm really sorry. But like, no. Shut the fuck up. I have work in the morning. So shut the fuck up right now. Just shut the fuck up. So he became the shut the fuck up guy to us now. So like every day, like, and then Matt makes him like Mark. He's like, hey, can you imagine if he just followed us everywhere for the rest of vacation? Like we're just like out on a cruise on a boat. His head just slowly submerges from the water. Hey, shut the fuck up. And then he just goes right back into the ocean. Or like when we're on our safari, he just shows his face in the bush. Like he just exposes his face and says it again. He goes, shut up. And it just goes right back in the bush.
It's like an old Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Like Adam Sandler would always like do that in like movies, right?
So
Like fucking Ben or Rob Schneider
uh,
is like, you can do it.
oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
So,
Like that
yeah,
kind
it's
of
constantly
shit.
coming out through the movie saying that. So yeah, that was a funny one. Like, damn, that was really good. And then we bonded over that. Like, dude, this is actually a bonding moment. Like 10 years from now, if we never speak to each other and we see each other, as soon as someone says that, we're gonna be like, Africa. Yeah, that was it, dude. Like it was so funny.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say you guys were gonna walk up to each other and say, "Shut the fuck up."
We would.
Yeah, that's like probably
It's just funny
yeah.
when you say it too.
Yeah.
So I was like, that was funny too. So, that was that one. What else I got?
But I'm just glad you're back, man. Like you were gone for 2 weeks. We were.
Did it feel long?
Yeah.
Did it?
I don't know why. Maybe because the gym's getting like pushing more. Like people are going more. People are pushing. Like and then like the morning's getting a little bit more crowded. You know, a little bit. And then it's fucking cack, man.
Yeah,
It's
there
fucking
you go. Yeah,
cack.
yeah see,
Yeah.
you're
Did
learning.
you say that?
Yeah, so that's basically like their way of saying when something's like it's shit.
Okay,
It's cock.
Yeah.
It's cock, man.
Yeah,
it's
it's
cack.
cack.
It's
It's
just
cack, man.
K-A-K. Yeah.
But no, it's having you there again is like, all right, cool. Diego's gone. But what I wanted to get into, and you said you wanted to talk about it too, was your steroid use. So the last time I had you on, you talked about doing it, and you actually fucking did it.
Yeah.
You went on a cycle.
Right. Well, it's not steroids, just to clarify.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not steroids. Just to clarify, steroids are their properties are non-selective, so their whole affinity binds to everyone in your body. It's not selective. What I took was called SARMs.
Yeah.
So that stands for selective androgen receptor modulators, right? So these are selective, so they only bind to the muscle tissue and receptors in your body. So, it doesn't really affect your prostate really. They're both, pretty much potent, depending on what you take. Most people probably would prefer taking like on the steroid use of like trenbolone acetate, just because, I in my opinion, it looks like you get a more drastic change in your physique with that one.
Yeah.
But with SARMs, it's interesting. These things are really like, I feel like they shouldn't be like frowned upon. Because I feel like they should be like, I feel like everyone should just like honestly like even consider it at some point. Not to say that they're safe, but like
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you saying like a health wise? Because
no, it's not because
the way your heart was going, I was like, I don't think it's.
Yeah, so the one I took, that one out, like it elevated my heart rate quite a bit when it like not drastically, but like I was telling dude, I'm like, hold on, I need to like chill because like my heart's really fucking like elevated. And then like that one made me feel hot too. Like I was like really fucking like sometimes at one night I just laid down on my fucking floor. Like, dude, it's so fucking hot. I'm just irradiating heat. I wasn't sweating, but I just felt like super hot.
Explain why you were taking. Like, what was the point of SARMs? Like you're
more of experimental wise, just to see like what.
But what SARMs like does like you're shredding, right? You're not really bulking.
It depends on what you're taking.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ones you could take, right? There's inhibitors, they're like a myostatin inhibitor. There's ones where it is made for bulking. There's ones where the one I previously took, that was more for like most people would take it before they're cutting for like a show.
Yeah.
So like they'll take it because you could build muscle while still cutting. So like usually when you're on a calorie deficit, you're gonna lose some muscle here and there. But when you're taking this one, you're still building muscle while basically getting shredded. So it's like pretty ridiculous that, you could kind of just like, even microdosing it has like pretty much a noticeable effect on your physique.
Yeah.
Because like, overall performance.
You went like, you were getting bigger already. Like from when you started, because when I first met you, let's be honest, you were a twig.
I have the picture too.
Yeah, you were a twig.
Yeah.
And then when you first started, like, I'm gonna fucking lift. I don't know what happened, but you're like, I want to get bigger.
Right.
I don't know where. You kind of like you're a Rigo size, right? Rigo. I mean, you built muscle.
You kind of threw him under the bus.
I did.
Right?
I was like, God damn it. My bad, Rigo. But from that moment, like, you got bigger already. But then you told me that you were gonna go on this cycle, and you didn't get bigger on the cycle. What happened was, like, you got shredded out of nowhere. Like,
Right.
your veins were like fucking. You had a roadmap on your fucking your arms. It was like, what the fuck? And I think that's the number one thing was, like, you just shredded. Like, it just shred you like crazy.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. And that was basically, like, again, the one I took, it was not really meant for gaining size. So I probably wouldn't take that one again.
Yeah.
I'd rather take one to, like, I kind of want to see more of an increase in, like, muscle mass. Right. But I mean, me and my friend have, looked into it for at least, a year, just looking into it, just like really trying to understand it. Cause, I was like, I feel like I want to know what I'm kind of getting to and what to expect before just like, dude, I'm not like how some people are like, yo, fuck it, I'll just take it, and then whatever happens,
That's
I'll
me.
just, yeah. So I don't want to name you, but I was like looking at you. It's like,
Someone gave me a marijuana, a blunt yesterday, and I just said, yeah, I'll smoke it. Like, not even like, I was
not
like,
even question what's in it. It's like, yeah,
no,
put that in my mouth,
lace.
light it up.
yeah, I don't know. But you're on it. You did your information. You looked up your information. You decided you wanted to shred, not bulk.
Well, now I want to bulk more.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So how do you feel on it?
Honestly, amazing.
Yeah.
I feel super like confident. And you got to realize too that when you're taking this, your testosterone is going to be elevated on cycle.
Yeah.
But it's going to crash your testosterone when you get off of it, because your body will stop producing its own testosterone because it's going to be getting majority of it from the drug itself. So while you're on the drug, your testosterone levels are in fact increasing drastically. So, you feel like, oh man, I'm feeling good, energetic. You're super confident. You have mental clarity, everything. It's like amazing. It's euphoric almost. And then, but when you're off it, you have to basically take like a post-cycle therapy to kind of regulate yourself and really make sure that your body's going to produce its own testosterone again. So this is why most people that do, they take these, they will get their blood work done. Some people will do it like before, on, and after, and some people just do it before and after, right? Yeah. Or then, or some people just like, I'll just do it after, not even before, just to see where I'm at. But it's a good idea to see where your body should be.
Did you get your blood work done?
Yeah, I got it done before, and then I haven't got one yet. I need to get one. Yeah. Because basically when I finished it was like, I would say like a couple weeks before we went to Africa. Yeah. And I wanted to finish it before then, because I wanted to finish the whole post cycle before we left, so I didn't have to worry about taking like pills with me over there or anything. So I wanted to just be like, all right, I don't have to worry about it anymore.
But did you?
But man, when you're on that post cycle, there's nothing at all. You're like, sex does not even like go in your mind. You're just like, dude, I could literally have every single like hot chick,
top 10 hot girls in the world,
literally butt ass naked all over me, and I'll just be like this, like,
sex is temporary, victory is eternal.
Yeah, like, it's like I'll just say, I'm like saying like,
here
man,
we go right now.
Sex is temporary. What do you say?
Sex is temporary, victory is eternal.
You see, gains are forever. Well said, Rico. Yeah. And so like, it's crazy because like, I kind of didn't mind it too, because I'm like, wow, when you kind of don't think about like sex or anything, it's like your brain doesn't like occupied like you think about other things. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's like you kind of like, you almost feel more productive.
Well, this is gonna sound like, when you're married, like if you do have a good relationship, then it's not like on your mind all the time. So like you become more productive.
Right. You're in the back of your head,
dude.
Like, I could get it when I want, technically.
22-year-old Jesse, like that's the only thing he cared. Look, 21, because I got married at 22.
Who's counting?
21-year-old Jesse. That's literally, I would go to work and I'd come home and that was the only thing I cared about.
Right.
Like that was like my goals in life were work and get off and go to the club. You had like different thought, like you were like right,
Right.
like you had like a different thought process. You're like, I need to, like
Right.
it
Your
was
priorities are different. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
But because of your like hormones and all that crazy like shit, whatever. You're young, you're freaking ready to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's like a
My daughter's in the other room right now, so I was like, God damn it, I'm not gonna say everything. Like, I don't know, but it's like you, as you get older, you're like, oh, I could be way more productive if that's not the only thing I'm thinking about. But I'm married, so I don't know how it is to be single, and like, I don't know.
I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm telling you, it's weird, right? Because you go through like a whole roller coaster of like, especially when let me go rewind real fast. When I was on cycle,
Yeah.
I felt very like you get moody quickly. So like small things will really bug you. Like I mean, obviously it varies between person to person, right? Some people they might not get affected at all. But like for me personally, I felt like if someone was even walking too slow in front of me, like it made me like want to like, hey, can you hurry the fuck up? like and normally I don't feel aggravated, right? But like things that are like really small that aren't problems, like it blows up in your head. You're like, this is really annoying me right now. Yeah. So like if you have road rage, you probably shouldn't take this because you're really gonna get really mad.
Well, Paco, the barber that was on, I interviewed him.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was on cycle, and he said that he got like fucking pissed because he had to take a shit during his set. Like he was like repping something out during his workout, and he lit a fuse in him that he had to take a shit, and he was like, okay, I think I need to get off of this stuff. After that, he stopped taking it.
Yeah, it's crazy because like it's not a problem, and you acknowledge, and you're mad because you know you shouldn't be mad, but you're mad. So you're like, why the fuck am I so mad? And it makes you even more mad, right? You're just like, God, damn it, dude. It's like, and so it's weird. So I mean, that's probably one of the side effects to that. You know, if people don't want to.
But isn't it crazy how it's like looked at as a drug? Like
it is a drug because it affects
you talk
your body.
but like the stigma on it. You could put the way people talk about it. Some people like they put it.
When you hear steroids, like tiny balls, right? Like it's like the first.
No.
Oh, okay, roid rage. You're just
jokes on you. I had some tiny balls before I started taking steroids.
You know, so it's like
no, but like before, like it's like not before, but it's like meth. Like people, the way people talk about it, they put in with meth and heroin.
Right,
and
which I do agree. It's kind of drastic, kind of compared to that. But bodybuilding does have the most deaths in any sport because they're abusing these drugs.
Okay, hold on. I don't know about
this.
This
is
one.
According to the internet, and no one lies to the internet on the internet.
Yeah. No, but
it makes sense because they are abusing. You know, bodybuilding, like especially in the open. Category where like you can just blast anything you want, and the idea is to get like massive, as big as you can. Like just recently, I think like there's 2 deaths recently. Honestly, like some famous bodybuilders, they recently just passed away. And you know you gotta realize that these drugs are affecting your body like pretty harshly. Like your liver, if you're taking orals, is gonna process it. So if you're someone that likes to drink and then you're also taking this, your liver's gonna be really fucking stressed out.
So I'm reading something that's it's gone up 34%.
Well, you know what? The stars are really starting to become really popular because like a lot of YouTubers that have talked about it are really blowing up now. And Joe Rogan.
Not Joe Rogan. The
Vitalities.
The YouTuber. Yeah. What's his name?
Vitali.
Yeah.
You know, I know what you're talking. He's like, yeah.
But he, like, dude, obviously he's roided up, right? And he beat the shit out of some lady jogging.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, he beat the shit out of some lady jogging, just randomly in his neighborhood. But he was on shrooms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was on shrooms.
It's like shit.
I thought, okay, it's like, oh, is this even relevant? It's like, but he's ripped, so therefore, it's like,
sorry, that really wasn't. No, but I don't know. Vitali.
Right.
Yeah, prankster Vitali. Yeah. No, but like, yes, if you're doing MMA and striking or any combat sport, no, don't take steroids. Like that's cheating.
Especially if like one person taking it and the other person's like not taking it.
Yeah.
It's gonna make a clear advantage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Right. You said you felt like
That's
way
why.
stronger, right?
That's why I was asking you guys. Like, do they test you guys before?
Yeah.
Like, like let's say even like smaller stuff like a PKB or something. And I'm like, what's to stop someone from like abusing it for like even the smaller stuff?
There's even in amateurs. For sure, there's dudes that because they don't test for steroids and all that
So I'm
stuff.
like, that's kind of like,
Sus.
yeah. So
They
that's
don't.
Yeah. So it's like, damn, that's kind of a, bruh.
No, but like if you do baseball, I don't fucking care. Like
Well, okay, why not? It's like it takes a lot of stamina, like especially if, like you're pitching a lot, like
yeah.
and you can imagine you have a
But
really
it
good pitcher, but they can pitch the whole fucking game.
But no one's getting hurt.
Are you sure?
Okay,
So I'm like,
and
I'm enjoying the game more. Football, it's different. I mean, all those
Okay.
guys have to be on steroids. They're huge,
okay.
right? Do you
Right.
think they're on steroids or no?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I'm not gonna be like, they're 100% on it because
Yeah.
But I'm sure that someone had like I know some, especially some people like in basketball. I'm like they have to take even if it's not steroids, like some growth hormones or something.
But do you think that steroids should be taken out of all sports or just certain sports?
I think
Or have steroid leagues?
yeah, I think in that case it should be like it should just if someone's gonna take it, and then everyone's got to take it for me.
Yeah.
Like in my opinion, like everyone's got all right, no, everyone's gonna take the same exact fucking dosage. And if someone's gonna abuse it, then everyone's gonna use it.
Like what about bike riding? Like because Lance Armstrong was on EPOs.
Like again, like it's personally, like to me, it doesn't bother me. But like I'm like whatever, they take it. But it's like obviously in the name of competition, it is unfair, right? Because you could have. You could take something like you could like start injecting like carnitine and you like have so much energy in your system that you just
let's make it legal for all of them to do it and let's see what the body can do.
I agree with that. Yeah,
They're not hurting each other. Do you see what I'm saying?
right.
Like,
But I mean, again, it can negatively impact your health. So like there's probably gonna be a lot more deaths. so in the name of just like for our entertainment, these people are gonna start like taking these drugs.
Coffee could make your health worse.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
I think it depends on.
But you're not. Coffee's not going to affect your hormones in a way where like you could really crash your whole system if you don't properly regulate it, or it's not going to like give you liver failure.
I think any stimulant, if you take too much of it, is going to affect your hormones.
That's true.
So coffee,
but with this, it's not even taking
tobacco,
too much.
It's not even taking too much.
But it's not even taking too much with when it comes to like steroids or SARMs, because even like even a minimal dosage will give you like an amazing amount of like boost in your performance.
Yeah.
So like, it's one of those things where like as soon as someone takes it, there's very likely going to be shown a clear advantage over the other person.
I don't know. I'd want to like bring back Mark McGuire. Bring back Jose Canseco.
I mean, I do want to see like I just want like just
have
like
you
give us a year. There's like sports to say fuck it this year. Go crazy, guys.
purge
Do what
of
you
sports?
want. Yeah, the purge of like all these
The world
regulations.
is slowly ending, so just like do it.
Just fuck it, dude. We need views now.
But no, but like, do you remember like you've never really watched baseball, right?
On my own time, no. Usually, if I watch it, it's because someone else likes baseball. and
Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire, like all the players in the early 2000s, before the 2000s, or even the 80s, dude, they were fucking huge.
we need those baseball pitchers with, like fucking buff ass pitchers, fucking dashes, charge the mount, beat the shit out of each other. Just
They were like you look at now.
That was kind of sexy back then, wasn't it?
I don't know.
It's like, was it
I
little
don't
porno
know, you just
stashes?
made it gay right now.
Oh,
My bad.
hey, let's not use this word now, dude. It's like,
Oh, we can't use gay anymore.
right, dude. That's not in a derogatory way.
I'm
It's
not
like-
using it in a derogatory way. Another man likes another man. It's gay.
Yeah. We made eye contact for a split second.
I was kidding.
All right, well, let's go back to what you're saying with Mark.
No,
McGuire.
but like how big they like.
right.
They were fucking huge.
Like, you're kind of unnecessarily too big to be a baseball player.
Yeah. Like
Do you really need all this muscle like, for your sport?
They would tap the ball and the ball would go flying.
It's like on fire. It's
like the old school video
when they
game.
catch it in the mid, it's just still spinning. It's just.
So what's your goals right now? Like, so you're a ring bro.
Yes.
So tell us about that. Like, we'll kind of end it on this topic. Like, you were a ring bro. You got to be someone at the first Los Banos MMA fights, and you were like a ring card girl, but you were a ring bro.
Yeah.
And that's why you got your award.
That's why,
Yeah.
So, honestly, I'd do it again. If they told me to dress up tomorrow, let's do it right now, dude.
Yeah.
That's fun. And I want more rounds this time. I want, like...
Because you only did one fight.
That was the only woman fight,
Yeah.
the whole event. So, we need more women to fight so I can start doing it more. Because I'm sure, I'd be down to do it for the dudes' fights, but I'm sure that they would be like, fuck, dude, we got a dude with our holding on. I come fighting, I want a chick at least to hold my sign, so at least give me something. And then, some asshole with the fucking sign comes up here, fucking 6'4" dude, thinks he could just come and waltz in my little ring.
So, it was your first time seeing live fights ever.
Yeah, in front of my eyes, yeah. So it's pretty cool too.
You're a ringside.
Especially if I could keep going ringside, I will ring bro every fight, dude. That was sick.
Yeah. That's crazy. Like, your first time seeing fights was ringside. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It's wild, right?
They kind of put the bar too high now for me.
Yeah. Like, don't ever go to a UFC fight or Bellator fight.
It's like, what?
So boring.
Two little dots fighting.
Yeah. It's so boring. But I don't know. I forgot what we're going to do.
I think I just need to blast harder my cycle next time I ring bro so I can just look ridiculous up there. I'm like, I can't turn my neck or anything. I just want to be fucking massive. So like, damn, this is a ring bro status right here, dude.
But that's what I was going to ask you last was, what are your goals now for fitness? Because, like, you've changed your body. You're bigger. You're literally, like, changed your physique.
Right.
Like, what are your goals now? Like, you don't have, like, a competitive...
No, I'm not. It's
you
like
just want to look good. That's all you're...
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's just aesthetics, really. As selfish as that sounds. But, yeah, like, right now, like, I just kind of put, like, small goals in mind. Like, I'm not, like, thinking, like, oh, this is the end game right here. But, like, because I feel like no matter where I'm at, I'm going to look at my body, I'm like, I need to do better. I need to do more and more and more, right? Like, even if my arms are, like, 18 inches, like, maybe I should get 19 inches instead, right? It's like... it's like right now, just the idea is just I probably want to be like a lean person, but weighing in close to 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, but lean mass. So like, cause I feel like if I weighed around 200 pounds and I was lean, I'd look pretty bad, like pretty noticeably like damn.
Bigger.
Like people actually ask me if I'd actually work out.
But I've never seen you, like, even when you got to Muay Thai, I never seen you like, all right, I got to be here at this time. I got to go do my sprints. You weren't like passionate about it. Like, you like doing it. It was fun. It was something to do. It was a hobby. But when you got into lifting, you're like, dude, you're studying. You're fucking passionate about it, dude.
Yeah. And I would be interested in one day doing some sort of competition in it.
Yeah.
Right.
I could see you doing it. And it's crazy because, like, this is the third interview that we did together.
So first one was the Epic Tent interview, and then I think we had a second one after that, and then we did the Zoom one.
The Zoom one.
So this might be the
fourth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the fourth one.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so it's kind of cool seeing your journey. Like the first time I interviewed, you weren't even into lifting at all.
Can you imagine? Like, you look at the first interview, just my shirt is like so much bigger than my whole body's the whole skeleton neck. I'm just like sitting here.
So I think we'll interview again once you get your...
The goal probably is going to be every time you interview me, I'm just want to look a little bigger every time to the point where I'm going to be sitting in the chair like this. And then on the last interview I ever do, I'm going to break the chair from sitting down on it.
Well, hopefully by then I have my own studio. So
like you can't even put the camera on anymore. Like, dude, you're too big. Like, I physically can't get a camera to
get smaller, dude.
It's like, yeah, I'm cutting.
But dude, thanks again for doing this. We'll have you on again to talk about your, I don't know, I hope people enjoyed it, talking about steroids and your Africa trip.
Yeah, I guess if I were just to say any final remarks, just to kind of like close everything out. Africa's amazing. Fucking amazing. I would recommend to anyone, go to South Africa at one point in your life. Beautiful place, amazing. Storms are cool. Not to say that you do it, but it's something that's cool. Don't frown upon it.
Yeah.
Ice your balls.
Because of the SARMs, or do that regularly?
Just do it. Every man could seriously ice their balls. There's no reason why you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then just wanted to give another shout out to myself.
Where do people find you on Instagram?
Boom Chicka. So it's BOOMCHKA.
And do you want to like shout out anything else that you do? You do other stuff, but I don't know if you want to shout that out.
I'm a real estate agent, so if someone's trying to buy a home, or sell a home, feel free to hit me up on there too.
Like, so I don't know if I'll cut this out or keep this in, but the boxing one, the Andy Vincent's episode.
Hey.
So it got like, it's like altogether views and listens, it's like close to 1,000.
Really?
And that one I put the real estate agent.
You plugged me in
so
on
I'm
that.
like, hopefully like one person
like we're
just,
still waiting.
Yeah, that wants to move to Los Banos. That's the
Right.
hard part. Like you're reaching people, but it's like, all right, do you want to move to Los Banos?
But then they look at me like, nah. It's like, I'll pass.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to get bigger.
Yes.
Physically. I mean, not even like status wise, just bigger. Like if I just become the buffest realtor ever, then at least I could have something on my belt.
Fuck yeah.
And then maybe I'll start coaching one day.
Yeah, dude.
So I could compete against you.
Coach wants you to like start doing fitness classes and all that stuff.
I'll be down for it, to be honest, yeah.
All right, man. But take us out, Rigo.
Play that solo.
You guys follow Diego on Instagram at Boom Chicka. I'll put all the links below. Subscribe to our podcast. You guys, Rigo is our musical talent of the day. I love you guys. Have a great week. And then see you guys next time. Peace.
Peace out.